I can do the story first.
Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait until your invitation letter is issued. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in. But I have to go through the motions for Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses, even if you two are old friends as you claim. Please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods.
That makes sense.
Next time, stick to the rules.
Oh, hey, Sandrone.
You'll make life easier for both of us.
Oh, Sandrone still came out anyways.
Greetings, Lady Marionette.
Oh, hey,
I'll
Sandrone.
take care of our guest here. It's her first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that she doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Under the weather? That's hard to imagine.
I love the look in her eyes.
With energy.
I love the freaking detail they put into her freaking eyes, man. It's so good. It's like, I think it's 4 layers for her eyes so that they can spin. It's so cool.
I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need. All right then. Well, let me know if you run. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing.
Yeah, she knew it had to be me.
And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself. Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class. Unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes. Your treat, of course.
Why?
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
That's funny. Okay. I'm gonna get off real quick just so I can... Because now that I'm started a recording, I have to go to... I have to go to the main menu of PS5 to actually upload the video because I had to end it suddenly
My
because
parents
of
always
this.
say,
Alright, hopefully that didn't break the recording like it tends to do. Let me go grab the quest from all the way up here. I have a lot of teleports now, so... Yeah, I was going up there to do something else, though. I was trying to go over here, but I'm fine with leaving it here for now. I only have a few teleports not unlocked. Mostly just the ones over here, if they're completing that quest. The one here, because I haven't grabbed it yet. The one here, because I haven't grabbed it yet. And a few more that are quest locked. I'm gonna go grab those at some point. Looking into the story is important.
Wait, and so cold. Is it edible?
Since I'm not doing that, I can switch teams. Let's have some fun. He's not built, but let's go grab him anyways. I can always make up the difference with food.
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right?
Yeah, but how's he been?
Wanna take a guess?
He's been picking fights.
Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know.
Counselor?
That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now.
Huh.
Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuja. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days.
Let's extract me.
He's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded.
Why Tartaglia?
That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other.
Interesting. In my brain, they were kind of good friends.
But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it.
No, she definitely was.
Anyway, then the Liu-S situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui.
Makes sense.
It's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures, with the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time. What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea?
Perfect. Can't have a tea party without spilling some tea.
Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in a Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself.
Oh, this is a proper look at this 3D model. Cool.
Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows.
Oh,
how
he's
to
a
lead.
Fae, isn't he?
That's
Never thought about
what
that.
the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved. And the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me?
You're not jealous, are
Huh?
you?
Jealous? As if. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Notcry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart? You... fair enough. It's
Rage
not your
baiting her.
fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time.
Lady Marionette,
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break?
sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does...
The equipment in Svetloledovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation. But we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the
Odette's
rescue
team.
and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, you'd be reliable help. Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Podvorier restaurant. Find her room and watch it like a hawk. If anything happens to Paimon.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
You don't want to mess with the engineer. It'd be kind of interesting if I ended up doing this with Lohan, considering he's not built at all. So, like, he doesn't get any of his effects. Yeah, because he doesn't get the attack boost from this. He doesn't get his witch's homework effect. Actually, he has his first ascension talent, which is on. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is first ascension. Okay. Where are we going? It's like 1,000 meters in this direction. Oh, we're going here. Neat. If I need to, though, I can just swap characters. It's not too hard.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
No problemo. No problem. I did come down here a little bit ago, but I didn't really do much.
I have to be getting close.
Don't go any further.
Is that Odette? Yep.
It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. I see. You're the backup from Snezhnegrad. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
She's very pretty.
So this is Odette.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its location. Let's go.
You're... Oh, just Traveler and Odette? Why? It's not even my Traveler, because it's Electro. They didn't even give it the weapon. Why? Why do they do this to me? Can I at least choose to have a team that's better than this? I kind of want it to be him. Where is she? she? I'm blind. Where is she? Oh, she's right there. I hate trial characters. I genuinely hate them. It's so annoying. I don't want to.
Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent. Shadow me.
I also hate that it's prototype Rancor. It's probably not the set I would use anyway, either. Yeah, it's Emblem.
Stay back!
Let's begin. I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
It's just this little thing.
Witness the snow swan's kill. Let's begin. Waltz of the snowflakes. Together.
I didn't get to use my own characters for it.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. She and I will stay behind to watch the rear.
Thank you.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical retreat. Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime soon.
God, her eyes are so pretty.
It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated.
Wait, this place...
Oh, cutscene. What? Where'd the sword come from? What?
That? I don't know.
What the hell? What is that? Where'd the sword come from?
Yes, it has family.
They were protecting this thing, it seems.
This way. Run!
Got a new special sword, I guess. Finally updating from the frickin' prototype Rancor. He's a ballerina. Oh yeah, they definitely upgraded their frickin' animation stuff. Holy crap, this cutscene is much better quality.
Thanks. Let's get out of here.
There's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, but what's the freaking sword about? What was that? Whoa. Siphony's blade. In the special weapon, Siphony's blade deep within a cave. The archer's running a clear straight. What? It's an actual weapon? Oh my god, it's a free crit rate weapon? When the Traveler equips this, their attack will be increased by 16% for 8 seconds after they hit an opponent. At the same time, they will also regenerate 3 elemental energy. What? Plus, it's just a free crit rate sword. Are you kidding? That's incredible. What? That's actually... Where's the trap? I am blind. That is actually absurd. What? I was thinking, oh, like a weapon skin or something. Nope, that's just a key item. This is straight up just a new weapon. That's incredible. Absolute cinema. Holy crap.
Along with the other knights.
Well, that's insane, dude. They still refuse to use the new models and cutscenes, though. Like, they just refuse.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave. You really held your own today. Don't... Alright then. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnograd. She's quite the celebrity. If you ever hear people mention the 2 crowning jewels of the Korolievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa.
Vodianitsa.
On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Oh, interesting.
She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
You flatter me, Lady Marionette.
If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me...
Never mind, nope.
Never mind. There's no need to bring it up.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help.
Are we not going to mention the sword?
But the outcome is the same, of course.
And then we're like, oh, by the way, I found this sword. Like, what the fuck is that? It's a sword, I guess? I don't know.
Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give way. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but Snezhnograd will send someone to investigate and draw up a relief plan. And I guess I'll have to write the incident report myself this time. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget. Then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move forward. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on how smoothly it goes. Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Bureaucracy at its finest.
The snow has eased a little for now, but fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weeks away. It just feels like...
Hey, quit daydreaming. When did you get a new sword?
Just found it in there.
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
I know! They do! The dull blade and silver sword were absolutely things they just kind of found out in the wild. I mean, I find them all the time. And then... Okay, let's just look through the swords real quick. Because it's actually absurd how it comes to the Traveler and sword. It's so true. First of all, there's obviously the dull blade, well known as the Traveler's weapon. Then they switched to a silver sword for a few cutscenes it's only really noticeable in, but they do that. And then they use a prototype Rancor. I don't even think I have one for an example. I sacked mine ages ago. And then we get... Well, technically we got the Kagetsuruba Ishin, although we gave it to Kaya. Or not Kaya. Kazuha. Ugh. We got the Sword of the Narcissus Narcissus Kreuz, is how it's supposed to be pronounced. We have the Moonweaver's Dawn, the Calamity of Eshu, the Takobu's Shigure, and now the Xyphones Blade. A freaking 5-star weapon, dude! Oh my god, and it's crit rate! That's ridiculous! It's just ridiculous. New enhancement. Answers I played using cryo to awaken and connect the statues. Oh. Oh. Wait. That's actually cool. Wait, what? Hold on. We are going to all of the statues at 7 real quick. Give me a moment. The sword is cool though. How do I get the statue's blessing? How do I do it? Did that do it somehow? Wait. Oh, do I have to hit it with cryo? Do I have to hit the statue?
Firestorm!
No? We'll figure it out eventually. Back to the story. Back to Snezhnograd. Is that Tartag? Is that my goat? Is that our goat? Huh? Yeah! Bro!
Ah, well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real big shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Svetloledovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
I got a cool sword!
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt.
Huh? Of course.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuja. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to...
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade.
Yeah.
You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse her? What does she mean?
Oh my gosh. How does she dare speak to the Harbingers?
I like how Odette has absolutely zero idea who we are.
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where she's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces. So I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuja seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know. But I promise it's not as black and white as it seems.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking there's definitely going to be suffering for a while, but I mean, again, thinking in long term is generally better than thinking short term. A lot of policies made nowadays are thinking short term.
Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuja outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vetcha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vetcha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed, and even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she... Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I can imagine.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vetcha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background?
Oh boy.
How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
Oh, Dad, you might not know this. Now allow me to wield the tale of my origin. It would be such a long... Basically, this is how it would go. So, you know the thing with Storm Terror, the dragon in Mondstadt? That was me. You know the thing with Osile as well, the stuff in Liyue? That was also me. I remember the thing of Find the Raiden and Your Mentor? That was me. You remember the thing with fake created gods in Sumeru? That was also me. You know the thing about the prophecy in Fontaine and defeating the giant whale thing? That was also me. You know the thing in Natlan of fighting off against the Abyss itself? The Abyss incarnate? That was me. You know the thing in Nodcry about fighting the Erasure of Stonari and killing Dottore? Also me. And many other things, etc., etc. We could go down the entire list of things. It's,
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned her name so far.
Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... This is the world-renowned traveler who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma. There was a duel before the throne.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up.
She's gonna leave.
Excuse me. I should get going.
No, but you have... No, you have to listen to the rest of the tale. We have to go through Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, and Nodcry. And now here. Yeah.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along.
Oh.
Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon?
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain.
I still gotta meet this Tanya. I'm like, oh, I gotta see his home
I'm
at
sure
some point.
Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable.
Well, that would be great.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time.
See.
Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up.
Oh, hey,
Let's leave it there
Tartag,
for
I have the
now.
sword. And let's fight soon. Well, let's go fight him. Why not? Let's go fight Tartag. Just for fun.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But to start with, I should go ask Alosha if he knows of any way to help Svetloledovka.
Yeah, that's a good choice. But you know, it's the end of this video. I'm gonna go fight Tartag for fun. You know, we've been gone. We haven't met any bit. Let's have a little tussle. You know, let's have some tussles. Still don't know how the weapon works. I tried doing something with it. It didn't work. So there's gotta be some other way to activate it. I imagine. Okay. You know, let's do this team. Ooh, that might not be a good idea because there's Electro in it. Nah, whatever. That's fine. I shouldn't have to worry about
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Four times. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Shake it, Aster!
Freeze!
And Case!
No, you surrender! Has the luck run out? Stay condemned! Single slip.
Okay, that just hurt a lot.
Cool it!
Firestorm!
My
Okay, really?
judgment has
Can he be, like, normal, please, and not die immediately? What is going on with you?
all you do is run. Freeze!
And Case!
Surrender!
Okay, I keep getting freaking affected by that bullshit. I can't. Oh, come on. There's them. Of course, he's freaking full for no reason.
Can't handle your drink!
Oh, so sorry.
Ah! Ha!
Nowhere to run!
Oh my god, I got knocked out of it again! It's so fucking stupid! Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
And Case!
I'm getting freaking knocked out of it. He's so annoying. Like he should have freaking resistance frames during that. The fact that he doesn't is stupid.
Frostbite.
Think you can bully me? Diana! Condemned! Ha!
Surrender!
Alright.
What did I just do?
Just having fun with my favorite friend. Ugh, that's so annoying. Ugh. And freaking Diana's shield doesn't last long enough. There you go, we're done with that. Just want to have some fun.